Welcome to day 5. You made it. This is the last day of the Photo Business Challenge, and I am so excited to dive in to the last challenge with you. So you may not know this about me, but I actually kind of have a love-hate relationship with social media. I love the community that it brings together and the ways that it allows us all to obviously connect, but I hate the comparison game, and I really hate how distracting it is and how many hours it steals from us. But I finally got my butt into gear a couple months ago and did something that helped me have more of a love relationship with Instagram and Facebook. And that's what today's challenge is all about. I know it's been around forever, and I personally have had it on my phone for about a year, but haven't used it in the right way or the way it was supposed to be. But I downloaded Planoly again about a year ago, but I finally started using it the way that it was supposed to be, and that has changed everything. If you're not familiar with Planoly or other planning apps for social media, it's an app that allows you to basically schedule your posts ahead of time, write captions for them, and then they're already scheduled, ready to go. And on Planoly, the nice thing is that you can actually auto post them if you get the paid feature. So I can auto post my post from Planoly to Instagram or Facebook without even having to think about it or even hit a button. I used to hate how much time social media would steal from me and how long it would take to write those stupid captions and stare at a blinking cursor all the time because if you guys have heard the whole airplane thing, when you take off, it takes more energy to take off than when you're coasting in the air, and then it takes more energy to land than when you're coasting in the air. And so I kept taking off and landing when I would be writing my captions, instead of on Planoly and on these other planning Instagram apps that we're going to talk about. You're able to spend an hour just planning captions and knocking them out all at once. And even though that has been around forever and something that I should have been doing for sure long before now, it has really, really changed the game for me on social media strategy. And after I hired my friend Steph to do her Instagram curation services a couple months ago, that was really when things changed too. I started to actually know how to use Planoly and have about a month planned out on there and be able to actually have captions that was already plugged in, that I didn't have to sit and think and have it steal hours from me at night. It was the first time I actually felt like I was running social media and not like I was drowning in it or that it was running me. And I really want you to feel that way as well. So today's challenge is for you to spend 1 hour of time planning next week's post. I don't want you to get overwhelmed, so don't think that you need to do 7 days or even 5 days. I just want you to shoot for 3 days to be able to plan the photos and the captions for those. You don't have to use Planoly. That's just what I use, honestly, because it was the first one that I downloaded. I do like Planoly because I think it's one of the only ones that allows you to automatically post it when you have the paid version. But there's other really great ones like the Plan app or the Later app that you can get free versions of it up to a certain point, probably like a certain number of posts, or again, those like automatically posting on Planoly. But I want you to spend 1 hour today planning captions and posts and photos that allow you to not feel overwhelmed by the thought of posting next week. You can just click a button and have it posted, and you've already spent time thinking about that. Now I want this to again become a habit, so I don't want it to be something that you do once and you don't feel like you can do it again. So I want it to be sustainable. So spend that hour of time doing those 3 posts. If you feel like you can get 2 weeks in that time because you do 6 posts maybe, that's awesome, and I say go for it. But yeah, 3 posts a day for 1 hour. In just a second, I'm going to go ahead and do a screen share with you on the back of my Planoly and kind of show you how I navigate that app and how I plan my posts, captions, and all that good stuff. And then I'm actually going to also shoot you a link at the bottom of this video and then on the details, or in the details of the PDF that I have in the email, about Steph's Instagram curation. She doesn't know I'm talking about it, but I wanted to let you know that her curation service is awesome. It really helped kickstart me into having that first month plan, so I kind of felt like I could actually have a leg up on what I was planning, and she helps you kind of think about what exactly you like system-wise, what you want your feed to look like, and then also kind of what you want your themes of like the captions and conversations to be on there. So I'm gonna give you that information as well, but let's go ahead and go into the back end of Planoly right now. My Planoly. Now, in full disclosure, I am still learning myself, so give me some grace as I walk through this with you. But because I legitimately just started really using it about a month and a half ago, and I'm sure I'm not taking advantage of all the features, but I'm going to let you know at least what I know so far. So basically, back until, oh, it's not going to load it, but like a few posts before this down here was when Steph started helping me with the curation that I was talking about. So she basically uploaded different photos. So you can like add different photos from your computer, Dropbox, Google Drive, all these things, onto your feed, and then you can schedule them from there. So let's say that I am adding in this for whatever reason. So it's nice because you can add a bunch of them if you want to. But so this is how you add it in. You go to add to grid and you add different photos in. And then once the photos are in there, it's going to take a little bit to load. But once the photos in there, you can go ahead and you can schedule when you want it to be and what time you want it to be. The nice thing about, again, how I was talking about with Planily is that you can actually automatically post, you can have it automatically post it to Instagram and to Facebook. So if I schedule it for tomorrow at 8 a.m., it automatically would go ahead and post it at 8 a.m. and I wouldn't even have to do anything. And so then you can go ahead and you can add in your hashtags here so that you don't have to have hashtags in the next comment. Hashtags is a whole nother thing for another time, but they are important to have. But yeah, so what's awesome again is you can just take an hour of today, and whether it's on something like this or the Plan app or Later app, or just on your phone, whatever you want to do, you can go ahead and you can write out different captions so that you're not having to think about it as you're, if you're wanting to post in an hour and it feels like crunch time and you have to like sit down and you're trying to think of what to post. That's where I was, and it's just a hard place to be. But if you just go ahead and okay, an hour today, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write 3 to 6 captions, however many I can pound out. And then I will be good to go. And then I don't even have to think about what I'm going to post. And you can schedule it on your phone. Maybe you put a reminder on your phone because maybe you don't have these apps or don't want to get them. You can go, oh, that failed. You can go ahead and you can just plan them out on your phone if you want to, and go ahead and add it to your Google Calendar, and it can give you a reminder to post it when you want to or whatever that looks like. So that's literally how easy it is. So I have right now, I'll show you. I have these that are scheduled out. Now, again, in full disclosure, I need to do this challenge just as much as you guys do because I have not written any of my captions for any of these that are scheduled out. So I'm starting to schedule it by how I want my feed to look, but I haven't scheduled my captions just yet. So I would go ahead and I'm going to do that as well. Make sure that I'm spending some time today to write out my captions that I want at least for these next 3, but then depending on any other ones. But if you guys want to use something like Planoly, it's awesome. It gives you some statistics and analyzation is that a word? It'll allow you to analyze your different posts and kind of what the different stats of them and all that kind of stuff is. So this also kind of what these things are. This is a suggestion of like when they think that my followers are on Instagram and when is a good time to post. However, I have tried to post at some of these times and I found that I don't have quite as much luck with that. I usually try to stick with around 8 a.m. It's going to be different for you and your followers, but I've found that 8 a.m. is usually the most beneficial time for me to post. So that's a good thing to do as well, to kind of to just research and try different times to post, see when people are most active and conversational and engaging. But yeah, I have felt so much freedom in having this and allowing it, especially this one, to automatically post. So spend that hour today, go ahead and plan out next week's post so that you don't have to worry about it on your end next week. There you have it, the 5th and final challenge. I'll have one more video for you tomorrow so I can congratulate you on finishing up the whole week of challenges. But for now, let's go ahead and really dive into planning that feed. Until tomorrow, friend.